In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 low-key, no fuss, no busy work, fun ways to teach your kids about geometry. So geography. Hi there, my name is Karen, and if you're new here, welcome. We like to talk about sustainable homeschooling and focusing on the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic. But the question always comes up, what about this? What about that? And geography is one of those big what abouts. How do you teach that? Now, there are some books on the RC book list that will cover that, and there's other historical fiction, different types of genres where they get geography. But in this video, if you want to do a little bit more, I'm going to share with you my favorite ways to go about it. Again, that doesn't involve purchasing extra curriculum or busy work or anything like that. So I'm going to go over it right now. And if you're not familiar with the Robinson curriculum or sort of a 3 R's approach to homeschooling, I will leave a link down below where you can check out a free 13-part video course all about it. So let's get started. Number 1, let's start with the easiest thing for parents to do, and that is placemats. Yes, placemats. Now, these might not be the most elegant, beautiful placemats, but they have their place, and all you have to do is just put them out on the table, and maybe they're sitting there waiting for their food. You call them while you're plating or whatever it may be. They're looking at it. They could still look at it even with the plate on it. And here we have a map of the United States, and then challenge yourself. So maybe make a game out of it. They already come laminated. Everything's done for you. Just get some dry erase markers and you can make a little game out of it. See if they can fill in the capitals and the countries. And so I see that, my kids just spend a lot of time staring at these, and it's fun. They'll ask like, oh, where does grandma and grandpa live again? Where did we move from? And how many states did we have to go through? So it's just a very organic way to talk about it. So that's number 1. I told you these were going to be easy, is just placemats. Number 2 is puzzles. Yes, we love puzzles here at our house, and there are so many beautiful ones. My favorite place to buy puzzles is Barnes & Noble, but Amazon also has really great ones as well. So this one is national parks, and so it has like Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona. So they're learning some geography that way. I like focusing on state parks, and I'll show you another resource that I have for that as well. But it's a lot of fun. It's very low-key. It helps with stress. Now, I made a video once on ways to salvage a bad homeschool day, and puzzles was at the very top because, believe it or not, there are a lot of educational benefits. It's great for the mind. It's great for different kinds of skills. So don't neglect puzzles. And this is, again, a great activity for when you're tired, when you're sleep deprived, when you're pregnant. This is something you can maybe leave on a table for a few days and let the whole family work on it together. It's very relaxing, and there are a lot of positive benefits for the brain and for improving skills, all with puzzles, so don't neglect this. All right, and last but not least, number 3, one of my all-time favorites is board games. And I'll share with you my favorites when it comes to geography. Starting with number 1, my personal favorite and the favorite of all the kids is the Scrambled States of America game. There's a book that comes with this, and you read about all the different states, but kids are learning the state's name, the nicknames, and the capital, and kind of the states that they're near. It's a hand slap kind of game, and there's 2 different stacks. So for example, the red stack, the red stack will say is green, and everybody looks at the states that they have, and if they have a green state, they would slap it, right? And they would collect this card. They'd get a point for it. And so there's different things such as the capital has a 3-letter word hidden in it, or the state has 10 or more letters. The nickname does not contain the word state, right? Let's see, the capital has a person's first name hidden in it, or it could be something like this location wise. This state is east of the Mississippi. So if they have in their hand a state that is east of the Mississippi, they would slap it and get a point for it. So they have their own map, and so they're studying it, looking at all the states. It is so much fun. Any kind of slap hand game, I feel like, is a lot of fun for kids. It moves fast. Of course, everybody wants to win, but this is one of those games where I feel like they really do learn and pick up all about the different states and the location to each other and the names and the capitals. It's just a really fun game. Here's the book that it comes with that you're supposed to read aloud to them, as well as the map that they each get, and then they put their cards underneath it. And so yeah, that's how the game works. It's a lot of fun. This is Parks, and this game is absolutely beautiful. The cards, the pieces, everything. And so you're kind of going on a hike and you're building the trail as you go along, and you're learning about water conservation and putting out your fire, different resources, and you're getting along to the end and then claiming different things. And you get points if you take a picture, if you have the camera. But again, you see pictures, these beautiful cards here. Let me show you. But these are the beautiful pictures of all the parks. So here we have Yosemite, of course, Grand Canyon, Congaree National Park, Olympic National Park, Gain, Carlsbad. Actually, I want to go there because now we're not too far from there. Yellowstone, all the popular ones, as well as not so popular ones that I've never heard of. Oh, we've been there. Saguaro National Park. Yeah, so the cards are really beautiful. Look at that one, Big Bend National Park. That's beautiful. So they're learning about all of these, what states they're in, as well as, you know, kind of good guidelines going camping and hiking. Now, if you want to go a little bit more global, this is a great game. It's called The World Game, and it's a fun geography board game. And so as you can see here, you could look behind it. Again, those beautiful cards. It's got 194 country cards, and they're learning capital cities, flags, locations, and continents. So this is a great one for the whole family as well. Now, another game series that's not really kind of overtly marketed as an educational geography game. However, it does accomplish that, is the Ticket to Ride board game series. So this one is the United States, and they're building trains from different cities all across America. So they're learning kind of the states, the cities, the distances, plus it's fun because they're building trains and seeing who wins, who gets the most points quicker. So that is Ticket to Ride. For the younger kids, there is the First Journey one, and this is the same thing. You do have working on United States, but it's just a little bit easier. Now, if you want to go global again, go a little bit above and beyond, there's Ticket to Ride Rails and Sails, and now you can sail your way across the ocean. So this is covering the world. And there's also Ticket to Ride Europe, and I think they probably have other continents now. Now, I do have one more bonus selection for you that, again, is not really a geography game, but they do pick up a lot on it, and that is Election Night. Now, this has won a lot of awards: the Parents' Choice, the Family Choice, the Mom Choice, the Brainchild. And so this will teach them about the Electoral College system, and it's actually 2 game boards and multiple games for different skill levels. So maybe for the older ones, they could do the multiplying; the younger ones, they could do addition and subtraction. But players compete for electoral votes by choosing sums or products assigned to state groups. And players tally electoral votes in the race to 270 and win the presidency. So lots of things that you're learning here. One of them is U.S. state geography with state abbreviation and flags, plus understanding the Electoral College, flash recognition of harder to learn sums and products. And every time I look at this board game, I remember how, I think it was the election with Biden, somebody said, "I've never stared at a map of the United States more than I have tonight." You know, because when we're waiting for the votes to come in, you're like glued to it, and you're watching and you're seeing what turns blue, what turns red, right? So it just always reminds me about that one time every 4 years we're glued to the map of the United States. So anyhow, those are my recommendations for teaching geography without adding more to your plate, without more curriculum, more busy work. I think this is a fun approach to it. I will leave links for these items down below. If you have any other questions, or if you'd like me to cover other subjects, not reading, writing, and arithmetic and how we like to approach it here at our house, then let me know in the comments down below. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you'd like to connect with me live, I invite you to join me over at my private membership site called The Schoolhouse. There you will have access to all of my courses, RC Course for Littles, Sustainable Homeschooling 101, and How to Run Your Home Like a Franchise. You will also have access to weekly private YouTube lives where I can answer all of your questions in real time or that you previously submitted, and you can always watch the replays. It's only $15 a month and you can cancel anytime, so I hope to see you there. Talk to you soon.